Decisions and choices are made every single day of our lives. Whether it be something so simple as what you're eating for breakfast tomorrow morning, or if you're going to buckle up before you take off. I believe that these decisions and choices make a big impact on our lives. Every 14 seconds, someone gets injured in a car accident in the USA. I hope by my speech I can inform others on the seatbelt safety and seatbelt laws, and maybe I could save one of those lives. Over the past week, 3 people in my community have passed away due to not wearing a seatbelt. This really hit home to all of us because you just never know when the last time you're going to see that person sitting next to you or your loved ones because they've made a bad choice by not putting on their seatbelts. So it's always important to encourage your family members and your loved ones to wear their seatbelts. It is very important to wear your seatbelts to avoid injuries to your body. It could cause death, and most importantly, because it's the law. Not wearing a seatbelt can cause serious harm to your body. By not wearing a seatbelt, you're setting a very bad example for not only yourself, but for others too. For your sisters, for your brothers, for your mothers, for your fathers, for your grandparents, everyone. You could get financial debts for not wearing your seatbelt because you could obviously get in a car accident and damages cost lots of money. And there are tickets that also cost money too. And then, of course, death, that you could get in an accident and possibly die. By wearing a seatbelt, you can save lives. Seatbelts are single most effective traffic safety device for preventing death and injuries to your body. By wearing a safety seatbelt, you can reduce the risk of crash injuries by 50%. Just in 2004, seatbelts saved more than 75,000 lives. Death may be a possible outcome for not wearing a seatbelt. Not wearing a seatbelt can cause death, obviously. 40,000 people die each year in a car accident. So it has led up to this being the leading cause of deaths between the ages of 18 and 35. Wearing a seatbelt can cause death. Even though wearing a seatbelt can cause death, not wearing a seatbelt can cause death, wearing a seatbelt can cause death too. There have been many cases where seatbelts have not been worn correctly or fastened correctly, and this leads to, if you get in a car accident, this leads to fatalities. Click it or ticket is the law. You must wear your seatbelt to obey the laws. There are 2 main laws, primary laws and secondary laws. Primary laws are seatbelt laws that enforcement officers ticket a driver or passenger for not wearing a seatbelt without any other traffic offense taking place. The secondary laws is where the law enforcement officers may issue a ticket or the passengers for not wearing a seatbelt only when there is another citable traffic offense. Are there any states with no laws? Well, in New Hampshire is the only state that has no laws that after the age of 18, there are no laws that are stated, and they are not a primary or secondary law state. There are many possible fines that come along with not wearing a seatbelt. Fines range from anywhere to $10 to $122. Georgia is a primary law state, and Georgia's fines usually run along the lines of $15 according to the Georgia Governor's Highway Safety Association. Overall, I have informed you the effects of not wearing a seatbelt and the effects of wearing a seatbelt, how it can cause harm to your body, cause death, and even I have gave you information on the laws of seatbelts. With all this said, I hope you can make the right choice on wearing a seatbelt, and because from this we all see that it can save lives, and we can all encourage our family and our friends and our loved ones to wear seatbelts so we can have them around just a little bit longer.